What's up, people? So today we're going to be winterizing my property. I have a budget of $20 for this video. I went to Fix and Feed and picked up these buckets. I have 4 of them. I also have an extra bucket that I already had on the property. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be cutting off the bottoms of these. I'm going to be using these to insulate my plants. I have 4 moringa trees on that side of the property and 1 over here on this side. So I'm going to cut out the tops of these. I'm going to stick them over the plants and I'm going to fill it in with some hay. So I also have 4 faucets around my property. I went and picked up some foam to go around it. A total of $20 to winterize my property. So the first thing I'm gonna do is cut a hole in the top, and then I'm gonna use my reciprocating saw to go ahead and cut around the top. So I cut a hole just big enough to fit this blade through it. So I'm going to stick it through here and then cut around the tops. All right, so as you can see, there's a hole now. What I'll do is I'll just stick it straight on top of the plant like that and then fill it in with some hay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these. All right, so now that I cut the bottom out, I'm gonna stick it right over the top of these moringa trees. When I bought them, they were only about 3 or 4 inches tall. They grew up to about almost 4 feet or so, and I cut them back just before, I guess, late fall. But as you can see right now, it's sticking up over the bucket. So I'm gonna cut it down another, I don't know, maybe 4 inches or so. It's still got some green on there, so that's good. So now I can stick the bucket right over the top of it, which I'll bring you guys in closer real quick, and then we'll fill it up with some hay. All right, so you can see it's probably got about another 3 or 4 inches till it hits the top. So what I'm gonna do now is I got some hay from the barn. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this thing up. So now I'm putting this hay in here. I'm gonna try to pack it in as good as I can. And the reason I cut out the bottom to stick it right over the top is so that it still gets some kind of sunlight throughout the winter time. I was going to put the bucket upside down, but I was afraid that that might kill these plants. All right, so I got this one packed in pretty good. I'm gonna move on to the next 2. So here's another one that I cut back earlier, and you can already tell it's starting to sprout out new leaves, but I'm going to go ahead and cover this one up as well. All right, so this one still has some leaves on it up top, so I'm gonna keep this one. I'm not gonna cut it back. I am still gonna fill this with hay down here and see how this one does compared to the other ones being completely covered. All right, so this is the last one right here. Comment down below if you think this one will do as good as the other ones, or if I should go back and cut this one down to where it's completely covered with the hay down here. I'd be losing almost a foot on this one. So I read up online that the trees can survive cold weather if you cover them up. So that's exactly what I did today. I cut them down to about a foot or so, covered them with the hay as you saw, put the bucket around it to kind of stop some of the wind. Plus I have the fence and stuff here that blocks most of the wind from getting to them. So I'm fairly confident that these will survive through the winter. Now that I got these covered up, I'm gonna start working on the faucets. The total cost for these buckets was roughly $15. And then for the foam insulation for the pipes is about $5, which brings me right around $20. let's go cover up these faucets. All right, so this is for 1-inch pipes, which is exactly what this is right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put it up here, see how much I need, and then cut the difference off. Anything helps out here. We normally don't get too crazy of cold weather, but I wanna just make sure that I'm safe and not sorry. Then I got some duct tape over here I'm going to use just to hold it on. It's pretty windy today, so hopefully I'll be able to get everything done without any issues. Put that on there nice and tight. And then put one more in the middle. And this faucet right here is done. This is the one that's out by the road. I have one by the side of the house, one by the man cave, and then the one out by the barn. Doesn't really need it, but I'm still gonna put one out there since I have an extra thing of this foam here. So now that we got this one done, let's go move over there to the side of the house. So now I'm over here by the house. The first thing I'm gonna do is take this water hose off, and then I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this pipe. Go in here, measure it out, cut it. Quick, easy process. Snaps right on. Get a little bit of duct tape, because duct tape fixes everything. Actually, wrap another one up here. This one didn't get wrapped too good. There we go. And then one more in the middle. Do it nice and tight. All right, so this one's ready to go. Once again, I took the water hose off of this one. I don't really use this faucet too much as I do as the one in the backyard and out by the barn. So I'm gonna keep the water hose off of this one and then keep it off the one over there by the road as well. All right, so now we're out here by the man cave. This is the one I'm gonna keep the water hoses on. Right now I'm just measuring it out. Once again, just stick it right on. Should slide on like that. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this one around the pipe, and I have a T-post here to help hold it up. They're pretty close to each other. In case you're wondering, Bandit's doing well down here. Do one at the top. Probably just do one at the bottom on this one since it's not very tall. But I'll put an extra piece down here and probably at the top as well, just to be safe. So it's just a quick, easy way to winterize your property. It was probably, like I said, about $5 for this foam. I've already wrapped up 3 of my faucets. I'm gonna go wrap up the last one. A total of about maybe 10 minutes to do them all, but I had some duct tape, so that saved me a few dollars. And then now I don't have to worry about these bursting, or at least hope that they don't burst. I think we're probably gonna get down in the 20s. It wasn't like last year where we had the negative degrees. That's something that happens once in a blue moon down here in Texas. So I'm not too worried about these bursting. I'm gonna go ahead and do the one over there by the barn and we should be done. So this is a frost resistant pipe that I got from Jerry. I really don't need to wrap it, but I have some extra, so I might as well. I'm just gonna measure it out once again. Cut it. Cut these little zip ties. Actually, I'll keep that one on the bottom. Just stick it right above it. Every little bit helps, so have that. And I'm gonna wrap the duct tape around this T-post as well. There you go. It took me maybe, I don't know, a minute to do this one. So these where my banana trees are. I actually covered them up about a month ago. I built this little frame just to hold in some hay. I'll probably go back in and fill this thing completely up, but for now, I want to dig it up real quick and see how these bananas are actually doing. Let me bring you in for a closer look and show you what it looks like. All right, so here's one of the banana trees that I have. They were about 2 feet tall. I did cut them back, but you can still see there is some green on there. So I'm going to cover it back up, go to the barn and get some more hay, fill this thing up right here, and then my banana trees will be good for the winter. All right, guys, that's an easy, simple way to winterize your property for less than $20. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.